And nandito na naman ako, and today I have 5 Hoyas to share with you this week. So, tara! So, the first one I would like to show you guys is this is one of the oldest Hoyas in my collection. So, there's some that are 3 years old in my care, and there's one that's only been here less than 2 months. So yeah, it's quite a variety of how long I've had them. But all in all, most of them, well, all 5 of them are growing in semi-hydro system or passive hydro, meaning I'm not using soil on all of them. So there's pond, there's a mix pond and leca because it just happened that way. Leca and then pond. So the first one I want to share with you guys is this plant. I'm gonna lift it up, but most likely I'm just gonna, yeah, it has grown. So I have gotten this as a 3-leaf cutting. Mind you, it was a cutting. I don't remember from whom I got it. I'll do a little insert of a video so I can really feature this guy because it is gorgeous in my opinion. I got interested in this Hoya because of Cyril Cybernated. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing his handle on Instagram properly, but he also has a YouTube channel. So yeah, so he has this Hoya Meriditi or Meriditi. It is known for its big, somewhat wavy leaves, but at the same time, it is very veiny. And for you who doesn't know yet, I am a nurse, so yeah, excuse me if this might offend you, but people with veins, when they come in, it's like a nurse's dream come true, almost like a nurse born. Yeah, we do have that. So yeah, the veination is just so gorgeous, and the leaves, its color is like yellow green, but the veins itself are of dark green or green. So there's a contrast between the two. There's also a controversy going on around, well, maybe not a controversy, some confusion, or maybe it's true that Meriditi and what's that, Vetilinoides are the same Hoya, but in my opinion it's not. This has bloomed for me once, as you can see here. Again, I'll just do a zoom video on this one as you're watching now. There is a peduncle here, but mind you, I'm so sorry. When it bloomed, I was in my lazy mode, so I'm like, it bloomed, and then I didn't take a video of it, or I didn't feature it on my Instagram, so now I have no proof. So hopefully it'll bloom for me again, as this peduncle has had bloomed multiple times. And I'm sorry about the air vent, that's our AC. So, and it's hot, hormones, so yeah, let me be. So yeah, so from 3 leaves it has grown to this thing, and I believe I'm gonna need to give it a proper trellis because at the moment it's just climbing or is attached to this hook, metal hook that I changed. It was a chain hook, but it's harder for me to hang it and unhang it, to water it or to rinse it. So yeah, this is a more sturdier kind of hanging stuff for me to use, but at the moment it is being used as a trellis. So yeah, that is Hoya Meriditi. Then the next Hoya that I want to share with you guys, another very veiny Hoya. And it also boasts big leaves, and this is my Hoya Globulosa. I'm not sure if they have updated its name or they have changed its name again, because yeah, apparently they've been recategorizing plants at the moment, or especially in the Hoya world. It's not very much so, I guess there's not much time, or it's fairly new. They're just still discovering new species and then recategorizing it to new groups. So yeah, I'm not up to date to that yet. But if you do, please comment down below and help me if it has a new name now. But yeah, again, this is Hoya Globulosa. Might be not the current name, but yeah. So this guy, actually, I got it from Europe as a rooted cutting, 1-leaf rooted cutting, way back when I was still pregnant with Jillian. So that was back in 2018. yeah, I think I was already in a nesting mode, but that was just, yeah, I was already in nesting mode because it was around September and Jill was born in January 2019. So yeah, Hoya Globulosa, very veiny, and it's hairy. Well, not hairy, but like fuzzy. Yeah, it has veins, just like I told you guys, like veins, like it really attracts me. I think it's very beautiful. It highlights the leaves more because the contrast of the vein and the leaf itself. But this one is not as much as the Meriditi. But you can see here, we do have some 3 leaves. We have 3 leaves that are glossy because they are new growth, while the older ones are kind of faded or jaded. But then again, that's because of me. Like I went into this phase where I just I did lose a lot of Hoyas, and I gave away some of them. So yeah, but this one is a survivor. It was just on leca and it keeps on falling down, and then Jill tried to kind of kill it, but it survived. So this guy is a survivor. So I'm very happy with it. Hoya Globulosa. Unfortunately, I haven't had it bloom yet. So I'm looking forward for it to bloom. And if you have had yours bloom, well, I guess you cannot share it here on YouTube. But yeah, comment down below if you have any tips for me to make it bloom. Yeah, that will be lovely. Because again, this is another old Hoya, more older than the Meriditi. Yeah, it is older than my Meriditi. And then the next one, I guess I'm going through like the first, like the oldest, almost, because I kind of swapped the first 2 to the newest. So the next Hoya I want to share is one of my Hoya Carry Eyes. So yeah, if you haven't seen that video, by the way, it's up on my channel. Well, it's still on my channel. It's my complete Hoya Carry Eye collection, minus the quilted one. This I wasn't just interested, and then yeah, they all have the same blooms anyways. But anyways, moving on. This is my Hoya Carry Eye outer variegation spot. I think there's a better name for it, like picta, whatever. But yeah, I got this one from Thailand. And when did I get it? I forgot. Most likely 2019. Yeah, 2019, because that was the height of me doing, like, buying a lot of plants. I just like, oh, I don't have it, I'm gonna buy it kind of thing. So yeah, this is one of them. And with this one, I really want to complete all the varieties of Hoya Carry Eye. So yeah, and then finally this year, it has given me this gorgeous leaf. Like if you compare it to the other leaves down here, I kind of like meh. Like I see some spots and the variegation is outside, but then boom, it decided to show off like, this is my true self. This is my year. You did not kill me, so I'm gonna show you what I can do. And it did. But it hasn't bloomed for me yet. Its other siblings, I'll call them its siblings, has bloomed for me. But yeah, but they'll all have the same bloom because they're all Hoya Carry Eyes. And yep, there's a Hoya Carry Eye outer variegated spot. Oh, and a little side note, that is how we identify, well, nah, but those plant people, botanists, horticulturists, yeah, those scientific names, that's how you identify Hoyas, is through their blooms. So that's why I'm waiting for my Hoya Meriditi to bloom again, and then hopefully my Hoya Betelinoides will bloom soon, so I can do a comparison. So that's our 3rd plant. 4th plant. So this guy, of course, I got it from Thailand again. I got it, I think, early 2020. Me and one of my plant friends, Hoya friend, Bruce Berg, he does have a YouTube channel and Instagram. I'll insert it down below in the description. So I think it was me, him, and In did a combined order from Thailand. And then I got this guy. This is Hoya insularis. very interesting leaf, like a grass, almost like a spartioides, but it's not because it has leaves. Spartioides has leaves too, but mostly you'll see it at the early stage of the plant, and then you'll just see peduncles. But this one has a peduncle too, and it has bloomed for me once. And of course, I didn't take a picture of it, so it was not documented. But I had it bloom for me once. So Hoya insularis, it can sun stress, as you can see here. Very beautiful plant. It is in pond. Kind of succulent like leaf, like it's hard. It's not thin leaf. It's wax plant leaf. And here's the peduncle. And unfortunately, the tip of its growth is dead, so I need to cut that off. Actually, there you go. I cut it off. So yeah, Hoya insularis, like one of just those unusual leafed Hoyas. And I think it's cute. And the bloom is like an octopus in my opinion. My daughter loves octopus at the moment, like the drawing. So there's that. So that's the fourth Hoya that I want to feature and share with you guys this week. Last but not the least, if you are up to date with what's happening in the Hoya community, we did lose a very important person. He had contributed a lot in discovering Hoyas and kind of spreading the love for it at the same time. OMG, I'm crying. Last plant that I want to feature on this Hoyas of the week is a Hoya named after one of the greats, or like we want to call, if you want to call him a Hoya master, it's the Hoya greeny or greeny eye. So I got it as a rooted cutting with like this leaf and these two little leaves. It has grown 2 leaves for me so far. I haven't transferred it in a bigger pot because I'm still trying to let it grow or look for some time. But yeah, if you are updated with the Hoya world, or at least in the plant community, we did lose Ted Green recently, and he is survived by his wife Dorothy. I had the pleasure to meet them last year on my birthday, so I really planned it. Like, because normally I would go on a trip on my birthday, like for a week, and I have messaged Dorothy like, hey, I would like to, if you can, which they did. They're so generous, grateful, and just so personable people. Yeah, like he was very sharp, and mind you, he has discovered a lot of Hoyas, and then some of them in the Philippines with his friend Dale Kloppenberg. So yeah, he's actually been to the Philippines, like everywhere more, like he's been to more places in the Philippines than me. So it is just so amazing, his dedication, him and his wife Dorothy's dedication to share to the community the love of Hoya. So yeah, I just don't want to, like, I also just want to share that, and at the same time give a highlight on this Hoya that was named after him. I'm gonna insert a picture of its bloom. Hopefully one day it'll bloom for me and that it doesn't die, and then maybe I can share it with some of you guys too in the future. So yeah, these are the 5 Hoyas that I want to share with you guys this week. So hopefully I'll have more time to do this weekly, because now I'm on maternity leave. Like, what else? Well, I should be preparing for the baby, but I'll make some time to do this for you guys. Keep this Hoya love going. Maraming salamat. Thank you for hanging out with me this week, and I hope you like this 5 Hoyas that I shared with you guys this week. Which one is your favorite, basically, out of the 5? That's a very tricky question. Like, which one's your favorite out of your children, right? But yeah, I know there's some bias going on around here. But you tell me, comment down below which ones you want to get. If you don't have them yet in your collection, I recommend that you do. There are Hoyas after all, and they're very rewarding, especially when they grew a new leaf or once they bloom. So yeah, thank you very much. And if you haven't followed me on Instagram yet, my handle is up here, Julians_plant_corner. And of course, please don't forget to hit the subscribe and like button. Yeah, So kita-kita tayo next time, and may you always be blessed.
Of it, I guess, and it started putting out a lot
It
of
reminds me of a pentaflebia in a way,
I'll show you. It's
but you have that for sure, which is like
it's very quite these feel these leaves
like
are
very
very thick. I haven't seen it bloom, although it's been here for probably 20 years.
Oh wow! Oh wow!
Or longer, so I know it has bloomed.
It has this new shoot thing.
Yeah.
It's like monster, you got a bunch of leaves.
Yeah, when Ted found this, he recognized it as vertisolata because he says that the vertisolata means these whorls. You know, everything is sort of round and so
It is. So that's the other name for it.
yeah. But this one came from Mindanao, and it was. Ted wasn't with them when they found this. Odette and David Cummings. David's a Scotsman who lived in Australia. Odette.
Yeah. Hand comparison
Yeah.
here. Bigger than my hand almost. Wow. Make a laster. And the abs. Wow.